Hello, I'm Anil Divedi. I'm from India and I've been living in Czech Republic for 5 years. Recently I passed my Czech A2 exam, and after that, a lot of my friends were asking, how to register for the exam and how to prepare for the exam. So I thought maybe I could make few videos which could be helpful. So to start with, this first video is about how to register for the Czech language A2 exam. Okay, so you know that if you are a foreigner here and if you're from non-EU country, so to get the permanent residence, if you have completed say around 5 years, right? So to get the permanent residence, one of the criteria is that you need to have a document which proves that you have required knowledge of Czech language. Okay. So although there are some exceptions to it, for example, say if you are below 15 years of age or above 60 years, then you don't need to take the exam. Or if you are a student, right, and you have already been through some Czech school or university and done some 1 year of course where Czech was a language, then also I think you get the exception. Okay, but saying that, having said that, suppose you don't have a choice, right? You don't fall in the categories of these exceptions. So now you have to take the exam, right? Now you don't have a choice. Okay. So now once like you have a lot of people are there like who wants to do it, like they have a plan. Okay, probably in another 6 months or 1 year, probably I will take the Czech exam. But the problem is they don't know where to start. Okay, so many people think that first probably I will join some a Czech class, right, and then once I'm ready, then I will register for the exam. Okay, but the problem with this approach is that even if you are ready for the exam, right, you have prepared for 6 months now, say you are ready, but you might not get the slot for the exam, probably for another 6 months. So what I would advise is that once you made up your mind that okay, now you will appear for, you will gonna give this take this exam, right? My advice is you start the preparation, but parallelly you also start the registration process so that you have some date in mind. Okay, so to register, what are the steps? First thing I would say is, because there is a cost to the exam. So, but for the first time, government provides a free voucher worth rupees, I think 1500 Czech crown. So you can go to the Ministry of Interior and get that voucher. Okay, I would say make an appointment before going there. You can go without an appointment, but probably you'll have to wait for few hours. So make an appointment. There is a website, I think frs.gov.cz. I will provide the link in the description below. But and I think they have a new website from 1st of July, the government, right? But still, you can go there, log in, and make an appointment. And once your appointment, you can go there and get the certificate. I would say voucher, but I think the voucher has a validity of 1 year. So you have to be close to the 5 years. So if you are like 4.5 years, then better you go and get that. And I think to get that it's easy. Probably if you just carry your passport and your residence permit, that should be enough. Okay, so that is the first step. Second step is to try to reserve the exam date. Okay, so to book the exam date, there is an official website for Czech A2 exam, which is Čeština Pro Cizince. I will also provide that link in the comment section. You can just go there, and it's in all the languages, in English and few other languages, and you can see the list of schools there. So you can see something in Prague and other parts of the country. But the problem is when you will go and see there, you will see that all the slots are full. For all these schools, you will say filled, filled, filled. There is no slots, right? That's the reality. So one way is okay, you have to wait for when the next online slot opens. And how will you know that? That is another option thing. So one is you can add their Facebook page, and you can try to call them. And I think there is also one Telegram app to find it out. Okay. So once what I would say is try to make a phone call and see if they pick up. If they pick up, and sometimes what happens online, you will not see any slots. But when you call them, they might have few slots available. So you can ask them to reserve a slot for you, and they will just ask your name and they will reserve a slot if the slot is available. Okay, but another problem is sometimes they don't even pick up the phone. Okay, so if even this doesn't work, the last option I would say, just go, just walk into the school. For example, I would say in Prague, there are two schools. One, the bigger one is Yazikova Skola, which is near Vodichkova, right? So I think you can check the schedule, but they open like three times in a week and probably somewhere between 12 to 3 p.m. So you can just walk in there, just try to go there with your documents and ask them for a slot. If something is available, they'll book it for you. So, but there are two, three steps. One is the reservation, like which you can make a phone call and they'll reserve for you. But another thing is registration. So, suppose when you have the exam, almost like 1 month before the exam, you will have to go there and show your documents. So, for example, if you booked online or over the phone, right, and if you booked far away from the city, for example, you have booked, in Czech, you live in Prague, but you have booked as, something in Brno, then you'll have to go there twice. Once you'll have to go to register, where you will go and show your passport and voucher, and then second time obviously to take the exam. So that is another thing. Okay, now suppose you have booked the date of the exam, and when exam date comes, by that time you're not ready, then you can also change the date. That is also an option. Okay, just to let you know. Okay, now you say registration done. Now finally at the day of exam, I think you need to only carry your passport. If you have already shown them the voucher, then just carry your passport to prove your identity. Why I'm saying is this: if you just go without your residence permit, probably they will not allow. Okay, and once you are done with the exam, they will let you know the result within a week by SMS. And if you passed it, then they will ask you to come and collect the certificate. I think there is also an option that they can also post the certificate. If you live far away, if your center is far away, that option is also there. They can post it to your home address. Okay, and that's all. But yes, one more thing. When you collect the certificate, although the passing score is 60%, but in the certificate it doesn't show the score. So you actually don't know whether you scored 80% or how much, right? Yes, and last thing is, if you have to reappear, unfortunately, suppose you couldn't pass the exam, and if you have to reappear, second time the fees would be 2,500 Czech crown, and you will have to pay it from your pocket. So consider this thing. And again, obviously the other issues, you'll have to again find another slot, book a slot, and all those challenges are there. Okay, so what I will do, I think I'll make another video on how to prepare for the exam, right? So for now, I think I hope you find this video useful. So please, if it's useful for you, please like and subscribe it. Thank you. Bye.